Hello everyone, welcome to the chapter 3 of 3D Maya course. In this chapter we will discuss about the selection toolbox in Maya. So for this video I am using this project that you can download from the description. Now let's start with the basic hotkey of a selection tool. The hotkey of selection tool are Q, W, E, R. Q for select the object, R for move the object, E for rotate the object, and R for scale the object. So in Maya, there are two modes of selection, object mode and component mode. And you can easily toggle between these modes by pressing F8 hotkey. Now select the object and press F8. Now here you can see all the vertices of objects are in purple and edges are in blue line. And again press F8 and go back to the object mode. Now let's talk about some marking menu. The marking menu that allow me to move in a different type of component that I want to select. Like if I want to select edges, vertices and faces, then I can just right click over the object and use these marking menu by holding right mouse button and drag over these options. So I drag over the vertex and select. So you can see I am in the vertex selection mode now. So if you get this kind of colored area around, that means soft selection is activated. You can activate soft selection mode by pressing B hotkey, B for ball. And you can change its area of selection by hold B and drag left mouse button, and you can change the area of selection this soft selection like this. Now right click and drag to this vertex face. Now this vertex face is display face mode that allow me to see the space between face of an object, and it just make me selection easier to any complex surface and any complex model. So you can choose face, edge and vertex mode, and here you can see as I select UV, then I have two more options, UV and UV shell. So if I select this can help me to select entire UV shell here. Yes, this as you can see here. And there is also a multi-selection mode. So in this multi-selection mode, this makes highlights whatever component is closer to my cursor, and like edge, vertex and face, whatever comes closer to my cursor, it became highlights first. So now I press F8 and I switch back to the object mode. To select multiple objects at the same time, you need to do is just hold shift key and select multiple objects as you want. So you can see here my last object that I selected is highlighted in green color. So this is known as lead object selection. And you can see all these my selection in outline also. Here it is. These my all selections. So now let's see how we select and deal with components. So let's select a face and again select another face. Now here you can see my first selection of face is deselected. So press shift key and then I select another face and keep adding my face to my selections here. Now if I hold shift key and drag the selection over the faces, here you can see my previous selected faces become unselect and selected all other faces here. Now if you want to select the face area without deselecting my previous selected face, then you can hold shift plus control plus shift and drag over the faces, then this will add to that a selection without deselecting my previous face. Now take a look on some options of selected tool. Now double click on selection tool and this will open a tool option here. So here you can see the selection style is marquee, which means if I start dragging over a surface, I get a square and everything within that square gets selected. If I turn off automatic camera based selection, then right click on a car and choose vertex, and I am going to drag and a selection over this side view of the vertex. Now if I rotate, you can see here the selection is all the back view of the model of other side also. Now if I turn on camera based selection and drag and select my vertex again, you can see here only those vertex are visible which are selected on a camera side view. So this is very important to select vertex with camera or without camera view. Now turn on automatic camera based selection here. Now what this means is it works depends on the what type of shading is active currently. Now let's suppose I am in a flat shaded or a smooth shaded view, and then I drag selection over faces. In automatic camera based selection, this will work as a camera based selection, and this will select only side view faces, not back side of my model or object. So but if I press 4 and switch to a wireframe view, then I drag selection here, and you can see this selection all the way through the model and see through all backside all. Now here as you can see through all over the wireframe. So this automatic base selection is very useful when we are in shaded or wireframe view. And the another selection style is drag. Now let's right click over here and choose face and select drag option. So here as we know in marquee menu, we drag a square and select in a square form, but in drag we are like painting our selection. So it's kind of like paint selection tool like this. Yes, here we can also drag around and select faces, and by holding Ctrl key and it will deselect it. Now I can also change the radius of this by holding B key and drag left mouse button to change the radius. So as you can see here, I can change the radius of my paint tool. So there are many more options right here: brush type, softness, and many more. And over here there is also a lasso selection tool. So this tool is like a free-handed selection, so it's very useful especially when selecting vertex on a very complex model or object. So this lasso selection tool is used there. So there are options for lasso selection tool as well. So just double click on the icon, and over here make sure this component selection set to fast. Now switch back to regular selection tool, this, and this option called highlight affection, it should be turned off by default, and press F8 and switch back to object mode, and I am in selecting this and hold shift key and again select this and this. Now go to the deform menu up here in the modeling tab and create lattice. So this is kind of deform that affecting those selected object which I had selected. I press F4 for wireframe and you can see lattice here, but it is very difficult to tell exactly which object is affecting. So to know that, I turn on this option called highlight affection option here. So now you can see the brighter selection part of car. This part of car are affected by the lattice here. Again I press W to move tool and select lattice and move here. Now you can see here. Now in selection tool we also have soft selection and some symmetric setting that we'll discuss later. Now let's talk about some working of move tool. The hotkey of a move tool is W. So if I select an object, and you can see here the move tool icon, here it has 3 arrows and 4 square box. So these arrows indicates the axis of moving. Red means x-axis, green for y-axis, and blue for z-axis. So R, G, B, X, Y, Z. Yeah, very simple. So select these arrow and you can move along these axes. So if you select this box, you can move in 2 axes at the same time, like this. You can see. Now this is very easy. So moving on, Control Z to undo my all movements. So I double click on a move tool, and let's look at these move tool settings. Now right here on tab we have axis orientation. So by default it's set to world. So the axis of move tool are in world axis. Now I take this and press E and rotate in any random direction. Again I press W to move tool again. So you can see here the move tool still matches the world orientation. So it doesn't matter which object and how it placed, the world axis is orientation with X, Y, Z in world orientation. So if I set this axis orientation to object, like this, if I set to this object, then it follow object local axis, and their object is x-axis here, right here, and y and z. Now it's all these axes are with respect to object only, not world. Now you can get directly these orientation option by just a shortcut like hold W and drag left mouse button over these options like here. Then you can switch between these world and object orientation easily. So remember, hold W and then drag with left mouse button over these options here. Yes, right. Now moving on. Now look at the symmetry setting down here. Let's I set to word X for example. You can see same menu is available up here on interface. This symmetry setting is also applied to other tools also, like rotate, move and scale also. So let's right click on a model and choose face, and I drag and select some faces. Now press 4 for wireframe, and you can see my selection is a mirror across x-axis here, and I press 5 for shading view. Now I'm turning on default material for this, and then I drag these faces on one direction. You can see here the mirror across the surface. Yes. Now this is affecting mirror across the x-axis, world x-axis. Yeah. Now turn off symmetry and move this right here and rotate with some angle. Now I select this object and set symmetry to world X, and then I select faces. Now you can see here it's not going to work here because the axis of symmetry is based on world axis, not on x-axis. Now change my symmetry axis. So if I set this to object X, and now I can see the symmetric is mirror across the object x-axis also. So you can here understand that, and keep in mind these difference between world and object axis. It will very helpful. Now make symmetry off and select this object mode and select this object. So over here in this channel box you can see the numerical value for the changes of an object that I have made. Now if you want to place this to its original place, then I select these translation and rotation value to 0. So I set this 0 and it will get back to its original place here. Yes, as you can see. Now moving on. Now in a sort selection tab, here is a tool setting of move tool. So I right click on object and choose face, and I can activate soft selection by clicking on this soft select box, or I can simply press B key. So if I hold B and left mouse button drag, then this can activate soft selection and also interact with this kind of change the radius of this soft selection. So as you can see, this is real-time interaction with the change in radius of this soft selection. So now if I move this up, you can see here we have a soft smooth surface curve. So we can create this kind of soft smooth curve and shape using this soft selection move tool. So if I want to turn this off, then I can easily press B again. So you can easily toggle on and off soft selection by pressing B key only. Now here the fall off mode is very important. So this is fall off mode. So I set this to volume and select the face here. Now hold the shift key and select this face again. Now add some sharp fall off curve and drag this up here. Now if I select this face right here and increase my fall off radius, you can see this kind of effect when I move this around. Yes, this kind of interaction with radius. Now if I select this fall off mode to surface, then you can see this not select the other face because it is looking at a same surface which are connected. Now moving on, Ctrl Z to undo all my movements to back. So in fall off mode we have a global. So if I select face right here and expand my soft selection, now you can see how it increased the selection radius. Now you can see it is mixing with my next object, even they are not part of my selection. So this is due to global. So it select globally, which select everything which falls within this volume, as you can see here. So we also have a fall off mode to object. So if I set my fall off mode to object, then I select this object and increase my soft select radius. Then you can see this is not select the component, it select my nearest object. So this is very important and difference between global and object. Now I check more move tool option here. So let's open this common selection options and I set selection constraint. So I select this to angle and right click over the face of model, and you can see here this highlighting these face here, and the angle of selection is set to 5 degree. So it select all over within this 5 degree of angle. So if I increase this to 30 degree angle, then it select much larger selection. So as you can see, it select much more area, and also have a edge loop. And if you want to select a edge loop, and same with edge ring, or this is a UV shell, as you can select and check over the surface. Now let's moving on. Now reset tool setting and I turn off selection constraint. Now click on an object and choose face. If I double click on face, then select another face, then this will join in our mesh loop. So it will select all the face around. And if I right click again and select edge, and you can select this edge loop by just double clicking on a edge also. Now press F8 to switch to a object mode. Now in object mode, as we hold shift key and move this to up here, so as you can see, it makes a clone of an object. It's like a duplicate it. So again I pressing shift key and drag this up. Now this is become a clone of again, then again, and you can see there is a so many cloned object of. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and in my next video we will continue with our rotation and scale tool, and we will discuss about some adjustment with pivot point and some actions. So see you in the next video, and please like and subscribe this channel so you can connect with me. Make sure you have subscribed this playlist, and okay then, have a nice day. See you in next video. Bye bye.